Hey, it's Shannon.
An artist, and today we're going to talk about the advantages of using a realtor.
Stay tuned. And we're back. And yes, today we are going to talk about the advantages of using a real estate agent and how important that is, and crucial and essential and all the things to you as a home buyer. One of the things that I would say for sure is definitely like identifying a property, right? So right now, especially with how our current real estate market is, it's really, really hard to even find a property that's for sale. Because typically if you're just perusing around online, looking around, by the time you locate it and then try to call somebody, it's already gone. It's already got an offer on it and you're out of luck, right? But if you're using a real estate agent, a lot of times they can identify those properties as they're coming up for sale before they've even hit the market. And what we're seeing trending a lot right now is that agents that have offices that work with a lot of different people or know a lot of different people or have a big sphere of influence are able to identify those properties before they've hit in the market or before there's even a sign in the yard sometimes. And so they're able to get their buyers in and get those offers in, in advance of them having, so many different offers on them. The other thing is helping you negotiate your offer and write the contract. It's so important going into a situation where you're trying to win an offer on a home that you know what's going to win the offer, that you know those crucial and key points that you need. And having a real estate agent who is a professional and experienced in that field is going to be able to help you identify those things. And a lot of buyers get confused sometimes and think that it's going to cost them money to have representation from a buyer's agent, and that's not actually true. The real estate commission is typically paid out of the seller proceeds that's already been negotiated in the price of the home. And so you as the buyer don't typically have to pay that commission for having that representation. And it's just great for you to have your own realtor who's representing your best interest.
Yeah. And on the seller side, sellers don't feel left out, because it's always best to have a realtor, have a professional on your side as being on the seller side too, because a few different reasons. The first one I'll talk about is again help you write that contract, negotiate that contract, because that's where all the binding verbiage and everything is. And you may think, hey, if you're selling it yourself, you may think, oh, I have this surround sound system that's in the house and it's mounted to the house, and I'm when I move, I'm gonna keep it. When in fact that you may or may not be able to keep it, you may have to leave with the house, stuff like that. Your realtor is gonna know those kind of things and be able to advise you, well, yeah, you can keep that stuff, or no, it's part of the house, you have to leave it with the house. So that way, comes to a next point, you have that protection, because you have that professional, that trusted advisor that is telling you basically what you can and what you can't do, so that later on, whenever something goes, or that, so that nothing will go wrong, so later on you may end up getting sued or anything by the buyer. And one of the last reasons, or another reason, is in today's market, like Shannon said, there are more buyers than there are sellers. So you are probably going to get multiple offers when it comes to your home. Now, which one would you rather do? Would you rather sift through 15 offers and figure out which one is the best one, which one you want to use? Or would you rather have that trusted advisor look through those offers and maybe present you with the best 3, the best 4, and say, hey, these are the best 4. These are all of them, but these are the ones that I'm saying are probably the best, and then leave it up to you to decide whether you want to look at them all or not. I mean, to me personally, I got better stuff to do with my time than to look through a whole bunch of offers to figure out which one I want to take. So if I got somebody who can cut that time in half just by saying, hey, these are all of them, but these are the best 3, cool. I do that all day long, twice on Sunday.
Yep.
And then one of the last reasons is when you got to think about it like this: even though you're paying for the realtor, most times the seller is going to have their representation on their side. So you want, again, that trusted advisor on your side. But even if you're doing it for sale by owner, think about it like this: when you're going out and you're shopping and you go into let's say you go into Best Buy and you see this TV that you like, right? And you see that TV on the wall with a tag, and it says $500 for a TV, right? You expect to pay that $500 because you're buying it straight from the source, right? Straight from the store, straight from, a professional at the store or whatever. Take that same TV, put it in a garage sale, and it's a for sale by owner. And same tag, say in the same box, would you really expect to pay $500, or would you rather try to chalk them down a little bit to maybe pay $350 or $400 for the TV? Now, I know in this market it's not as important as it once was, but that's going to be coming back. I think that it's going to, eventually the tide is going to have to, everything has to level back out. But again, you want to have that trusted advisor that'll be able to tell you, hey, yes, this is a good offer, or no, this is not a good offer. And usually whenever you walk into a situation and if you're buying something from an individual, not from a professional, there's typically a expectation of a discount.
Right.
So again, that trusted advisor will be able to tell you, no, your house is actually worth X amount. You shouldn't sell it for any less than X amount.
Yeah, I was actually just going to elaborate on that one thing that you just said there right at the end about the value of the home, because a lot of times, just the normal person might think, oh, you know what, I think my house is worth, let's just throw out a number, $250, right? But an agent may come in and say, no, actually you could list the house for $275 or $300. So you could be putting it out there and doing yourself a disservice by selling it for too cheap. Or on the flip side of things, I've seen it happen also where a seller said, I think my house is worth $400,000, and the buyer says, okay, sure, because neither of them have agents, and they try to sell it for that, and then we get the appraisal and it comes in at $300, and then everybody's like, well, what happened? Well, you didn't have that professional who was giving a comparable market analysis to say what they think it's actually worth, because that is their job as real estate agents, to know the market, know how much you can sell the property for, and make sure that you're not putting yourself into a situation where it's either too little or too much.
Yeah, because again, once that happens, if you're doing a loan, then now you got that appraisal back, and it's like, okay, well, the appraisal came back at $10,000 less than what they offered. Now what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have that trusted advisor, they can tell you on either side of it. They can tell you what your options are, what you can and can't do, and the best way to navigate that situation or any other situation that may come up. Yeah. And then the last thing I was going to tell y'all, I don't remember what it was. I've totally forgot it. But if I don't remember by the time I give the phone number and the email stuff, I'll put it in the comments or in the body of the thing so y'all can read it. Okay? Promise. Cross my heart. Stick a needle in my eye, whatever, how that goes. But yeah, so again, it's just always good to have that trusted advisor to be able to help you, down that path of either selling a home or buying a home, because again, on both sides of the deal, that trusted advisor is going to be, I remember what it was now. That trusted advisor is a person, they do this thing every day, all day, twice on Sunday. They do it all the time. You may sell a house or even buy a house once, maybe twice in a lifetime, whereas they're going through this. It's their profession. It's what they've been trained to do. They go through this every day. So they know more. You may know some, but you don't know as much as they do unless you're in the business doing this every day. So again, get that trusted advisor. It's always a good idea to have one. So what other things in your experience have your realtor to help you out with, or you wished you would have had a realtor help you out with when you didn't use one? We love to hear from you. Love to hear those stories. Yes. So give us a comment in the box below. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to us by phone at 254-295-0905. You can reach out to us by email at teamalexander@fairwaymc.com, or you can go to our website at www.alexandercares.com.
Hey, tag your favorite realtor.
That'll work too. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.